Field now looking to throw on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Colts nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Rodgers on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Griffin. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Griffin. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
3 at the 30-yard line.
Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Mack off the draw play. Mack gets hit and the ball is free. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it, They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
From the gun, it's Griffin. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Play action, it's Griffin. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Grant Delpit brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Griffin into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit.
Well, I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team. On offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
A run for Nick Chubb. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
The kicker on for the point after.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah.
Eason in trouble, and down he goes. Grant Delpit in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. The Colts send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Now Landry. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And all the way up to the 46. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the 2nd half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the
20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because we are grading them on their performance in this game. A lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
There's a good catch by Odell Beckham Jr. And in 2019, even though it was one of the least productive seasons of his career, he was still a 1,000-yard receiver for the 5th time. Also caught the longest reception of his career as well. An 89-yard touchdown against the Jets on a Monday night. Explosive is Odell Beckham Jr.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he stopped immediately there.
Kareem Hunt, the ball
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And a big one loss here as he's taken down.
That's Darius Leonard, the linebacker who got in and got him to the turf.
They need a stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Touchdown.
Marlon Mack, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
The score, Browns 21, Colts 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're a back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Number 27.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They go play action. Mayfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
The kicker on for the...
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Eason. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Eason to throw. They'll run the screen with Mack. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then
a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
The third down pass. Intercepted.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He's back to throw here to start the drive. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards there on the pickup, and it'll move the chains. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant.
Chubb.
Number 24.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Mayfield on play action. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
Yeah, not in any rush offensively. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Browns add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Rodgers on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll set up to throw. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down. And offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 31-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Now Chubb. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Throwing, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
He went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Keenum flushed out right. Fighting through, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, stating the obvious, this is going to be one that the rookie quarterback is going to want to forget pretty quickly.
And what quarterback has not gone through this in their rookie year?
Yeah, they all have. I guess it's cliche, but these are the ones you hope to grow from, right?
It's just part of life on the road in the NFL. He has to learn from it and grow. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And some room to work. And he's free going
Prime
down
time,
the left
baby.
side. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And now it's 2nd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Browns, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks.